ready for some Miami Heat basketball with Deron Butler on Kendall Sports Network.
It's Saturday night, and that means it's NBA basketball in South Beach. I'm Deron Butler, welcoming you to another edition of Heat Zone Live. Tonight, the Miami Heat are in the Circle City, Indianapolis, to take on the Indiana Pacers in a rematch from a few weeks ago. Now, most of you remember 2 days ago, the Miami Heat were supposed to take on the Chicago Bulls as part of their 4-game road trip, but unfortunately that game was postponed due to condensation and heavy rain during the night in Chicago. That game will be announced at a later date. However, we're moving on to the Indiana Pacers, a team that, while they are the defending Eastern Conference champions, they haven't been playing like that due to Tyrese Halliburton being out with an injury, a very severe ACL injury that he's currently healing from. But right now, the Heat are refocused on getting the task at hand, as getting a big win in what should be another high-scoring, high-octane offense game. And speaking of high-octane offense, I have 3 keys to share with you. Key number 1, pushing the offensive tempo and getting second chance points. In the game against Minnesota from Tuesday, Miami's offense went from 46% to 10%, a rapid decline throughout the game against the Timberwolves, who were also putting up bricks themselves at certain points. But against Indiana, Miami has the opportunity to not only push their offensive tempo and getting back to that pace and flow, but also getting second chance points when it matters. Key number 2, keep the defensive intensity. Now, going back to the Minnesota game, the Heat did have some intensive moments. They did put up some defensive resistance against the Timberwolves before their offense started to get into a second gear. Now, if the Heat can continue pushing that defensive intensity, then they'll win the battle on the boards, as well as preventing 100+ points from Indiana, which won't seem like it's going to happen for the Pacers. And I did mention battle of the boards, which leads me to key number 3, attacking the boards on both ends of the floor. That means getting not only just Bam and Khalil heavily involved, but everyone else has to do their part. I mean, rebounding is crucial, and going back to the Minnesota game, they got out-rebounded by Rudy Gobert. That's unacceptable. Getting out-rebounded by Rudy Gobert and you have 2 bigs, that's unacceptable. And for Bam Adebayo and Kelly Ware, they need to be more involved in rebounding as well as the offense. They can't just they just can't leave it to one side of the game and ignoring the other. So I would love to see a big game from both Bam and Kelly Ware. So right now, both sides are preparing for tonight's game. There's a good chance we may see Jaime Jaquez Jr. back. So who knows? That's going to be a much-needed spark off the bench for the Heat. So as I said, right now, both teams are warming up. They're getting themselves ready for tonight's game. And I'll be back for the starting lineup and opening tip-off. This is Heat Zone Live on Kendall Sports Network. All right, we are back. Ready for tonight's game? Our starting lineup for the Miami Heat includes Bam Adebayo, Norman Powell, Kelly Ware, Davion Mitchell. There we go. Bam Adebayo, Andrew Wiggins, Norman Powell, Tyler Hero, and Davion Mitchell. And meanwhile, the Pacers have Andrew Nembhard, Quentin Jackson, Aaron Nesmith, Johnny Furphy, and Pascal Siakam. Kelly Ware will come off the bench for tonight's game. So we should have a very high scoring game. Also, Jaime Jaquez Jr. is back in the rotation for the Heat. So that's a very good sign. Players are warming up, they're getting themselves ready. Alright, there we see Tyler Hero. We haven't seen him in 13 games. Bam Adebayo looking ready to command the center position. And there's Norman Powell, who I believe should be an all-star this season, along with Kelly Ware. players are ready. Opening tip-off, and Miami wins the tip, and we are ready to begin this game. Davion Mitchell being guarded. Wiggins sets the pick. Davion passes out the Bam, but it's broken up. Indiana now has the ball. Pascal Siakam, and he gets the layup for Indiana. The Pacers are on the board first. Here comes Davion Mitchell. Kicks it out to Wiggins. To Norman Powell. And another steal. Here comes the Pacers again as Andrew Nembhard gets the layup. Another sloppy start for Miami as the Pacers go up by 4. All right, here comes Wiggins. Gives it to Tyler Hero. Back to Wiggins. To Norman Powell. That's a 3. That's a miss. And the ball goes in. It will count for Bam Adebayo, who was near the rim. And the Heat are on the board. All right, Andrew Nembhard being guarded by Davion Mitchell. Nembhard kicks it out to Nesmith. Gets blocked, and here comes Miami. Tyler Hero. Gives it to Andrew Wiggins. Norman Powell, corner 3. That rims out, and here comes Indiana again. Nesmith with a spin move. And a nice fast break layup to give the Pacers a 4-point lead. And here comes Wiggins. Wiggins gets the layup. And the Heat trail by 2. Here comes the Pacers again. Missing that layup, but Johnny Furphy almost got it in. Here comes Tyler Hero. Hero throws it up to Bam. Rims out. Back to Davion Mitchell. Mitchell gives it to Wiggins for 3. And that rims out. And here come the Pacers again. Nembhard gives it to Pascal Siakam. Out to Johnny Furphy. Back to Pascal Siakam. Back to Siakam. Johnny Furphy, open 3. And he knocks it down. And the Pacers go up by 5. And what a nice feed from Norman Powell to give it to Bam for the open dunk. And he will go for the and-1. Nice heads-up play. Very solid play from Miami. Norman Powell seen Bam up ahead, and he went for the dunk. Don't worry, Bam. You'll go to the line for the and-1. Bam makes the and-1, and the Heat trail by 2. All right, here comes Furphy. Gives it to Nesmith. Back to Pascal Siakam. Siakam driving into the lane, gets fouled. I think that's going to be 2 free throws for Indiana. Pascal Siakam will go to the line for 2 free throws. He knocks down the first. And he makes 12 free throws, so it's now a 4-point game. Here comes Davion Mitchell, pushing it up ahead. Davion Mitchell going to the lane. Misses it, and it's rebounded by Indiana. Here comes Pascal Siakam, driving into the lane. Kicks it out for 3. And that's another basket for Indiana. This one from Andrew Nembhard. Here comes Tyler Hero. He misses that one. And that's going to be a foul on Indiana. So that's going to be 2 free throws, I believe, for Miami. All right, Miami will have it side out instead. Tyler Hero, step back three. It's an air ball. And it's going right back to Indiana. Here comes Andrew Nembhard. He gets fouled. And that basket almost looked like it almost went in. So 2 more free throws for Indiana. The Heat right now off to a very rocky start. Andrew Nembhard makes the first. And he makes both free throws. So it's now a 9-point game for Indiana. Here comes Andrew Wiggins. Kicks it out to Bam for a corner three. And that's another air ball. And here comes the Pacers. Pascal Siakam missing the layup. It goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Pacers. It will be Heat ball. All right, and here comes the Heat. Norman Powell driving into the lane. No go for that dunk. And here come the Pacers, who are on a 7-0 run. Johnny Murphy kicks it out to Nembhard for three. That's a miss. Rebound by Indiana. Gonna try again. Misses again. Indiana still has possession of the ball. Here comes Andrew Nembhard. He's gonna drive it in. And that's a miss. Here comes Andrew Wiggins from Miami. Gives it to Davion Mitchell. To Tyler Hero. Tyler Hero driving into the lane. And he gets the layup. It's now a 7-point deficit for Miami. Here comes Andrew Nembhard. And that's going to be an offensive foul. We have ourselves a timeout for the Pacers. Indiana right now are on a roll. They went on a 7-0 run, but now the Heat is starting to come back into this one. Indiana leads 16-9, and we'll be back for more Heat action. And we are back. Score is 16-9. Indiana is leading. Right now, the Pacers, they have the worst home record, the worst road record, and the worst NBA record overall. Things are not good in Circle City. I mean, last season they were the defending Eastern Conference champions. Almost could have been NBA champions had it not been for the sudden injury to Tyrese Halliburton. Right now, we're focusing on this season. Here comes Andrew Nembhard. Fades away. Gets fouled, but we'll go to the line for 2 more free throws. Looked like that foul was on Davion Mitchell. Nembhard makes the first. And here comes Tommy Hawkins Jr. entering the game for Miami. Hawkins replacing Davion Mitchell, who has 2 fouls already. And Nembhard goes 1 of 2 from the line. And there we see Tyrese Halliburton joking and laughing on the bench for Indiana. Miami swinging the ball around. They give it to Tyler Hero. Tyler Hero's double team. Give it to Norman Powell, missing that 3 again. That's going to go out of bounds. It will be Indiana's ball. Indiana is shooting 50% from 3-point land, while Miami has yet to make one. And so far, Indiana has a better field goal percentage over the Heat. And that's a step back basket for Indiana. This one's coming from Andrew Nembhard. He has 10 points in this game, shooting 50% from the field. Here comes Powell. Norman Powell gets fouled and will go to the line for 2 free throws. Norman Powell misses the first. And Norman Powell goes 1 of 2 from the line. So it's 9-point deficit for Miami. Here comes Andrew Nembhard. Gives it to Pascal Siakam. Siakam gets fouled. But will the basket count? It should count. Let's look at it again. Pascal Siakam got fouled and threw it up. That was a prayer of a shot. Referees are saying no basket. And Andrew Wiggins is coming out of the game for Miami. Pelle Larsson is in for the Heat. All right, here comes Andrew Nembhard. Gives it to Pascal Siakam. Siakam a 3. Rims out, and it's rebounded by Bam. Bam gives it to Norman Powell. Powell pushing up ahead. Gives it to Bam. Bam missing that basket. What is going on with Miami's offense right now? They are 4 from 15, and there's almost a steal. It is a... Man, let's talk about a frenetic sequence that ended in another Indiana basket. Johnny Furphy getting that easy dunk. The Pacers right now on a 12-3 run as they lead 21-10. And another miss for Bam. You would think that Bam Adebayo would dominate against Pascal Siakam, but that hasn't been the case so far. Johnny Furphy open 3, and he knocks it down. And that's going to lead to another Heat timeout, and Erik Spoelstra has seen enough. I don't know what's wrong with the Heat's offense, but it seems like they're dead in the water again. The Pacers lead 24-10, and we'll be back for more Heat action. All right, and we are back. Score is 24-10, Indiana. Here comes Norman Powell, passes out to Nikola Jovic for three. Rims out, and here comes Indiana again. Indiana right now on a 15-3 run. There's T.J. McConnell being guarded by Hawkes. McConnell kicks it out. Here comes Indiana. That's a three. That gets blocked, but it's going to be a foul on Miami. Norman Powell looking to Erik Spoelstra to challenge that play, but I don't think that's going to be possible. Yeah, he did touch the three-point shooter. Wait. I think the Heat are going to challenge this play. They're going to challenge it right now. It's very close. It's very close from what I just saw. It may look like Norman Powell had all ball, but at the same time, he did touch the three-point shooter. So let's see what happens. It's the first coach's challenge of the night. I have a bad feeling that the call is going to stand for Indiana. It looked like he got all ball, but at the same time, he also touched him. So the ruling on the court stands. It's going to be 3 free throws for Indiana. So if I said it once, I'll say it again. You don't foul a shooter when they are going for a 3. So it's 3 free throws for Indiana. They knocked down the first. Makes the second. Aaron Nesmith now with 2 free throws right now. And here comes for his third attempt. And Aaron Nesmith goes 2 of 3 from the line. So right now it's a 16-point lead for Indiana. And the pass is broken up by the Pacers. So far, the Heat have no field goals in 3 minutes in this game. Here comes TJ McConnell being guarded by Hawkes. The Pacers are passing the ball around. Give it back to McConnell. McConnell, and he knocks down the step-up jumper. There's now an 18-point lead. Here comes Hawkes. Hawkes driving into the lane, and he gets the basket. Jaime Hawkes gets himself on the board for Miami. And it's a 16-point lead for Indiana. Alright, TJ McConnell has the ball now. Alley-oops it. And that's another basket for Indiana. They have an 18-point lead. And that's going to be a foul on the Pacers. So that will send Jaime Hawkes Jr. to the line for 2 free throws. Jaime Hawkes Jr. misses the first. And Kel'el Ware is entering the game for Indiana. Kel'el Ware is entering the game for Miami. He did play at the University of Indiana. And Jaime Hawkes Jr. missing both free throws. Alright, now here comes Indiana. That's a corner 3. Rims out. Rebound by Miami. Here comes Tyler Hero. They need some offense right now. And that's an easy rebound for Indiana. I mean, that rebound should have been for Kel'el Ware. And TJ McConnell knocks down the corner 3. So we now have ourselves a 21-point lead. This is just nasty for Miami. Tyler Hero, he misses that 3. What the heck is going on for Miami? They have not made a 3-point shot. Meanwhile, Indiana is 50% from 3-point land. And right here comes the Heat. Nikola Jovic gets his shot blocked. Kel'el Ware recovers the loose ball. Here comes Nikola Jovic again, and he airballs it. And that's a 3 for Yep, that's another 3 for the Pacers. Reed Shepherd knocking down the 3. And the Pacers right now on a 27-5 run. This is embarrassing for Miami. This is absolutely embarrassing. This has to be the lowest first quarter, the lowest offensive production they have put up in this whole game, if not this whole season. A 27-5 run by the Pacers is unacceptable. Nikola Jovic at the line for Miami. And Jovic makes both free throws. All right, here comes TJ McConnell, being guarded by Jaquez. There's a corner 3 for Indiana. It rims out. And here comes the Heat. Jaime Jaquez Jr. going all the way in, and he gets the layup. The Heat trail by 20 in this game. Here comes TJ McConnell. Kicks it out to Jay Huff for 3. And that rims out for Indiana. Here comes Nikola Jovic driving into the lane, gives it to Kel'el Ware. Kel'el Ware kicks it. No, that pass is broken up by Indiana again. Here comes Reed Shepherd for 3. He misses it. Rebound by Miami. Here comes Tyler Hero, gives it to Pelle Larsson, and he gets fouled. Pelle Larsson at the line for for Miami, excuse me. Pelle Larsson makes the first. And Pelle Larsson makes both free throws. So it's now an 18-point game. And nice block by Tyler Hero. Something good at least. All right, here comes Jaquez. Missing the reverse layup. I mean, why didn't he pass it out? That was dumb. Right now, Indiana are shooting 48% from the field. Miami, a very low 25%. Miami has committed 4 turnovers to Indiana's 1. And that's a missed shot from TJ McConnell. And that's going to end the first quarter. A very low scoring first quarter for Miami against this Indiana team that went on a 27-5 run. Let me say that again. A 27-5 run led by TJ McConnell, Johnny Furphy, Pascal Siakam, and Aaron Nesmith. Very unacceptable basketball from Miami. So the Pacers lead 36-18, and we'll be back for more action in the second quarter. And we are back. Score is 36-18 Indiana. The Pacers now have the ball heading into the second quarter. Aaron Nesmith being guarded by, Andrew Nembhard being guarded by Pelle Larsson. And there's another basket for the Pacers. Quentin Jackson getting that basket. It is now a 20-point lead for Indiana. The Heat are doing way too much passing and they need to get into the rim. And there's the basket for Jaime Jaquez Jr. All right, here comes Andrew Nembhard. Nembhard guarded by Pelle Larsson. And that's a long three from Quentin Jackson. He gets it. That's a long three for Jarace Walker. Sorry. Right now, the Pacers are leading by 21. And Tyler Hero knocks down the turnaround jumper. All right, here comes Indiana again. They kick it out to Walker. Covered by Andrew Nembhard. Andrew Nembhard guarded. Pass it out to Jay Huff. Back to Nembhard. Nembhard. And he knocked down another basket. Andrew Nembhard now with 12 points in this game. It is now a 21-point lead for Indiana. Pelle Larsson loses the ball, and here comes Andrew Nembhard on a fast break. No one there to stop him, and that will be 2 more points for Indiana. Andrew Nembhard now with 14 points. And here comes Pelle Larsson. Sorry, Nikola Jovic. Jovic kicks it out to Larsson. Out to Jaquez. And Jaquez misses the layup. Here comes Pascal Siakam. That's a 3 on the way. He misses it. Rebound by Tyler Hero. Here comes Nikola Jovic. Backing him down. And he misses the basket. Here comes. And that's another basket for Pascal Siakam. Siakam now with 6 points, going 40% from the field. And there's another basket by Tyler Hero. Tyler Hero now with 6 points in this game. And Jay Huff, long 3. He misses it. Rebound by Pelle Larsson. All right, here comes Tyler Hero. Hero getting another basket from Miami. And that's going to lead to a Pacers timeout. Tyler Hero right now leading the way for the offense for Miami. But it's a steep climb for the Heat as the Pacers lead 47-26. And we are back. Indiana has a 21 point lead over Miami. Score is 47-26. Here comes Andrew Nembhard. Passes it out to Pascal Siakam. Nembhard gets the ball back. Here comes Siakam, being guarded by Tyler Larson. Siakam kicks it out. Jay Huff finds Murphy. Has a 3 on the way. And that's going to be a 24-second violation on Indiana, so it'll be heat ball. Good sequence of defense by Miami. Let's hope that offense can get something going again. Tyler Hero now has it. Kelly Ware sets the pick. Kelly Ware recovers the rebound. And Kelly Ware answers with a sky hook. It's a 19-point lead for Indiana. Here comes Andrew Nembhard. Nembhard gives it to Jay Huff. Huff goes down and he is fouled. That foul's going to be on Tyler Larson. So Jay Huff will go to the line for 2 free throws. I'm sorry, no. Indiana will have it side out instead. Here comes Nembhard. Gives it to Jay Huff. To Furphy. To Siakam. And Johnny Furphy gets the uncontested basket. So it's back up to 21 for Indiana. Here comes Pelle Larson. Larson gets fouled and he will go to the line for 2 free throws. Larson right now, he's doing all that he can on offense. Larson missing the first. And Pelle Larson goes 1 of 2 from the line. Alright, here come the Pacers. Pull up 3, but it's blocked by Pelle Larson on the other end. Here comes Nikola Jovic, finds Kelly Ware. And Kelly Ware misses with the sky hook. Here comes TJ McConnell. McConnell passes it out. There's a corner 3. It's a miss. Ball goes out of bounds on Miami. It'll be Pacers ball. Here comes Reed Shepherd. Passes it out. They give it to Jay Huff. Indiana still passing the ball around. That's a 3 on the way. That's a miss. That's rebound by Indiana. And that goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Pacers. It will be Heat ball. Bam Adebayo is back in the game for the Heat. Here comes Tyler Hero. That's a step back 3. And Tyler Hero knocks it down. I'm sorry. That's a step back 2, excuse me. Thought that was a 3. Tyler Hero right now with 10 points in this game. The Heat are trailing by 18. And there's a 3 from Jay Huff. He misses it. Rebound by Bam. Here comes Bam. Flying into the lane. And he gets the basket. And right now the Heat's offense is starting to come alive. And Bam will go to the line for the and 1. Bam taking the hit and getting the basket. We need more from Bam and Kelly Ware in this game. Tyler Hero will take a seat for the Heat. And Bam Adebayo will go ahead and make the and one. And it's now a 15-point lead for Indiana. The Heat right now on a 12-2 run, which ends abruptly after that three-pointer from Indiana. Jarrett Walker shooting 50% from three-point land. He has 6 points in this game. Davion Mitchell kicks it out to Norman Powell for three. That's a miss. Here comes TJ McConnell. So far, no three-pointers made for Miami. Ball gets knocked out of bounds by Norman Powell. It will be Indiana's ball. Alright, here comes TJ McConnell. McConnell gives it to Reed Shepherd, and not Reed Shepherd, but that's another corner three for Indiana. And here comes Andrew Wiggins. He gets his own rebound and puts it back in, and will go for the and one. Miami right now doing whatever they can to get themselves back into this game after a very poor first quarter. Indiana right now with 19 bench points to Miami 13. And Jarrett Walker will come out of the game for the Pacers. And Andrew Wiggins will make the and one. Here comes Pascal Siakam. TJ McConnell missing the easy putback. And here come the Heat now. Norman Powell missing that basket. And here come the Pacers again. TJ McConnell gives it to Siakam. And TJ McConnell again missing for Indiana. Here comes Davion Mitchell. Finds Norman Powell. And that's another miss from behind the arc for Miami. 0 for 10 right now. And that's broken up by Miami as Jaime Jaquez Jr. goes coast to coast for the layup. Indiana wanted a foul on Norman Powell, but the referees did not see it. And that will prompt a Pacers timeout. A nice steal up ahead by Norman Powell. And that leads to Jaime Jaquez Jr. getting the easy layup. The Heat's offense starting to come alive in this one, but it's still an uphill climb. The Pacers lead 55-39. And we are back. Score is 55-39. Indiana. The Heat are starting to make a comeback, but they will need more offense heading down this game. All right, here comes Andrew Nembhard. Nembhard passes it out, gives it right back. Nembhard finds Pascal Siakam. Siakam passes it out. That's a corner three. That's a miss. Rebound by Miami. Here comes Davion Mitchell in a hurry. Gives it to Norman Powell. Powell keeps the ball alive. Here comes Wiggins. And Wiggins traveled. Miami right now with 6 turnovers to Indiana's 4. All right, here comes the Pacers. Looks like there's going to be a foul on Miami. A foul away from the basket. Right. Indiana will have a side out. They pass it in. Siakam, open three, misses it. Rebound by Jaime Jaquez Jr. Here comes Norman Powell. Norman Powell passes it out to Jaquez. Finds Davion Mitchell. Then Davion Mitchell gets fouled in traffic, and he will go to the line for 2 free throws. Right now, Miami is thriving on the free throw line. The free throws right now have been helping them, as well as getting into the rim for the baskets and some fast break points. But the one thing that hasn't been helping them is the three-point shooting. Davion Mitchell misses the first. And Davion Mitchell goes 1 of 2 from the line. So it's now a 15-point game for Indiana. All right, here comes Andrew Nembhard. Nembhard gives it. All right, the Pacers are passing the ball around. And there's Quentin Jackson, Aaron Nesmith with the putback. So it's now a 17-point game. Norman Powell stepped out of bounds. So that's Miami's 7th turnover. The Heat need to take care of the ball more in this one. And that's a corner three. That's a miss. Rebound by Miami. Here comes Norman Powell. Powell missing that basket. Rebound by Johnny Furphy. And the pass is broken up, and here comes Miami again. Andrew Wiggins. Wiggins. And he gets the basket. It's now a 15-point game for Indiana. Here comes Pascal Siakam. Kicks it out to Johnny Furphy. Here comes Andrew Nembhard. Back out to Siakam. Siakam missing the basket. Rebound by Jaime Jaquez Jr. Here comes Jaquez. Throws the ball away, and it's now a fast break for Indiana. Here comes Andrew Nembhard. And he gets the layup, was looking for the foul. And another costly turnover for Miami. Here comes Bam. Gives it to Jaime Jaquez. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Indiana. Andrew Nembhard in this game, he has 16 points, shooting 6 from 9 from the field. The Heat really needs to find their rhythm right now as Tyler Hero re-enters the game for the Heat. Jarris Walker is also entering the game for Indiana, replacing Johnny Furphy. Alright, here comes Bam, gives it to Tyler Hero for 3, and another miss. The Heat are now 0 for 11 from 3-point land. Alright, here comes Pascal Siakam getting the reverse layup. And right now it's a 19-point game for Indiana. Hawkins driving through but missing the layup. Rebound by Indiana. Here comes Aaron Nesmith. Kicks it out to Andrew Nembhard. Nembhard with the basket. He misses. Rebound by Tyler Hero. So far in this game, the Pacers have 21 assists to Miami's 5. And that's a long 3. And go Norman Power Ranger! The first 3 from Miami in this game. Can you believe that? The first 3 from Miami. And that will end the second quarter. So at halftime, the score is 61-45, Indiana. Man, I can tell you, there were some good things and there were some bad things about the first half. The good was that the Heat started to find their offense in the second quarter. But not only that, they managed to get some fast break points, and they were thriving in the free throw line. The main bad thing, the glaring issue, was getting off to a hot start. Miami's offense in the first quarter was unbearable. I mean, 18 points. That's all they can muster up in that quarter compared to Indiana's 36. That's almost twice of what the Pacers made compared to the Heat. And I mean, that's completely unacceptable if you're the Miami Heat. The Heat really needs to do better heading into the second half. But not just that, they need more from Bam Adebayo and Kelly Ware. I know I said that in the last stream during the Heat and Wolves game, but Bam and Kelly Ware needs to do better. And as for the 3-point shooting, Miami needs to get in the offensive rhythm to give themselves some confidence. Then they can go to the 3-point shot when they need to. Right now, it hasn't been falling for them except for that one shot from Norman Powell. The Heat are 1 for 12 from 3-point land, and that's very unacceptable. So right now, it is halftime. If you have any questions or comments regarding this game or Miami Heat basketball or anything South Florida sports related, leave a question or a comment and I'll get to you. But right now, it's halftime. And we are back, ready to begin the third quarter. Indiana has the ball right now. Score is 61-45. Here comes Siakam, guarded by Wiggins. Indiana with a step back. It's a miss. Rebound by Norman Powell. Powell drives it up ahead. Takes it out. Tyler Hero. Here comes Tyler Hero. Missing the layup, and he gets fouled. So that'll be 2 free throws for Tyler Hero. Tyler Hero knocks down the first. And Tyler Hero knocks down both free throws. So right now it's a 14-point game for Indiana. Right, here comes Johnny Furphy. Ball thrown out of bounds. It will be Heat ball. Right now the Heat are starting to get back into this game. Right, Tyler Hero passes it out to Andrew Wiggins. Tyler Hero gets it back. Hero being guarded by Andrew Nembhard. Hero kicks it out to Norman Powell. Here comes Norman Powell. Misses the layup. Ball goes sailing out of bounds. Last touch by Bam. It will be Pacers ball. All right, and here comes Pascal Siakam driving to the lane. Misses the layup. Rebound by Bam. Bam finds Tyler Hero, and he gets the reverse layup. It's now a it's now a 12-point game for Indiana. And that's going to be an offensive foul on the Pacers, so it'll be Heat ball. Pascal Siakam wanting a challenge, but he did shove off Davion Mitchell. Here comes Tyler Hero. Thought about going for the three. He gives it to Wiggins. Wiggins missing the basket. Rebound by Andrew Nembhard. Here comes Pascal Siakam. Siakam drives in, misses the layup again. Here comes Tyler Hero. Tyler Hero pull up three. Misses it. Rebound by Andrew Wiggins for the putback, and that's going to lead to a Pacers timeout. Rick Carlisle is bewildered, and he does not like what he sees from his Indiana team. The Heat are starting to make a comeback in this one. It is now a 10-point lead for the Pacers, 61-51, and we will be right back for more Heat action. All right, we are back. Score is 61-51 Indiana. The Heat right now are starting to make a comeback. Here comes Andrew Nembhard, being guarded by Davion Mitchell. Tyler Hero leading the way for Miami with 14 points in this game. And that's going to be another offensive foul on Indiana. The Heat right now are starting to take advantage of the Pacers' errors right now. Pascal Siakam with 8 points and 4 fouls in this game. Siakam is beside himself right now, not happy about the foul. All right, here comes Tyler Hero. Tyler Hero pulls up for the three, and Tyler Superhero knocks down the three for Miami. The Heat right now are on a 9-0 run in the third quarter. All right, here comes Andrew Nembhard. Kicks it out to Quentin Jackson, and Jackson gets the basket. And that ends Miami's 9-0 run. I'm sorry, that's Aaron Nesmith ending Miami's 9-0 run. Here comes Bam. Bam missing the basket. Rebound by Indiana. So far it's a 9-point game. All right, here comes Andrew Nembhard. And Indiana steps right out of bounds, so it will be Heat ball once again. Indiana right now with 9 turnovers to Miami's 8. Good defensive footwork by Bam Adebayo. All right, here comes Tyler Hero, gives it to Bam. Back to Tyler. Bam finds it. Norman Powell for the basket. And we now have a 7-point game for Indiana. All right, here comes Andrew Nembhard. Nembhard finds Quentin Jackson, and Jackson gets fouled. And Tyler Hero appears to be in some discomfort. Hopefully it's not a major injury. Indiana knocks out the first free throw. The Pacers right now shooting 80% from the charity stripe. And they make the second. So it's back to a 9-point lead. All right, here comes Tyler Hero. Another three. Tyler Hero misses it. Rebound by Wiggins. And Wiggins with authority with that dunk. It's now a 7-point game for the Pacers. Indiana missing that basket. Here comes Miami again. Tyler Hero finding Davion Mitchell. Ball goes sailing out of bounds and was last touched by the Heat. So it's another turnover. It's going to be Pacers ball. All right, here comes Andrew Nembhard. Nembhard drives to the lane. Passes it out. That's a three on the way from Potter, and he gets it. It's now a 10-point game for the Pacers. Micah Porter with 8 points, going 2 for 2 from three-point land. Here comes Norman Powell missing that three. Rebound by Indiana, and here they come on the fast break. Missing the layup, recovered by Potter. A long three by, and that's a long three by Andrew Nembhard, and that's going to lead to a Heat timeout. Just when it looked like the Heat was starting to make a comeback, here come the Pacers again. And they lead 71-58. And we are back. Score is 71-58 Indiana. The Heat were making a comeback until the Pacers erupted again. Micah Porter in this one, he has 8 points, shooting 100% from both the field and behind the arc. And he has 3 rebounds. All right, here come the Heat now. Davion Mitchell kicks it out to Bam. Bam gets fouled and will go to the line for the N1. Bam Adebayo now with 10 points, shooting 40% from the field. And Bam knocks down the N1, so it's now a 10-point game for Indiana. And another that's going to be an offensive foul on Indiana, so it'll be Heat ball. Here it is again. Micah Porter, his feet was not set for that pick. Right, Davion Mitchell kicks out to Bam, and Bam scores another again. So right now it's an 8-point game for the Pacers. They're now in single digits for the first time in this league. And Andrew Nembhard again for the Pacers, putting them back up by 10. Here comes Davion Mitchell, gives it to Bam. Bam gets tangled up and loses the ball. Here comes the Pacers. That's a corner 3. That's a miss. Rebound by Miami. And here they come. Tyler Hero has the ball. Gets blocked. And here come the Pacers again. Andrew Nembhard has the ball. He's directing traffic. That's a 3 on the way. And Aaron Nesmith knocks it down. It's a 13-point game for the Pacers. Here comes Andrew Wiggins. Wiggins kicks it out to Davion Mitchell. Bam sets the screen. Kicks it out to Bam. Here comes Bam. And that's going to be a traveling violation on Miami. Bam did not have his feet set before dribbling that ball. And Jaime Jaquez Jr. is now in the game for Miami. He replaces Tyler Hero. There's a 3 on the way. And Andrew Nembhard again for Indiana. Right now it's a 16-point lead for the Pacers. Here comes Norman Powell, loses the ball, and here come the Pacers again. They're now on an 8-0 run. That's a 3 from Michael Carter, and he knocks it down, and that's going to lead to a Heat timeout. Again, the Heat were looking to make a comeback, but then the Pacers erupted once more, knocking down threes and cutting off the Heat's passes. The Pacers lead 82-63. And we are back. Score is 82-63 Indiana. The Pacers right now, they're looking like their dominant selves from the first half. That's a missed 3 from Pelle Larsson. Rebound recovered by Jaquez. Here comes Bam Adebayo now. Kicks it out to Jaquez. Finds Nikola Jovic. Back to Bam. Corner 3. That's a miss. Rebound by Andrew Nembhard. All right, here comes TJ McConnell. Gives it to Nembhard. Ball's knocked loose by Indiana, and it will be Heat ball. All right, here comes Jaime Jaquez Jr. Gives it to Bam. Finds Jovic. Jovic backing down Jarrett Walker. And he gets the basket. It's now a 17-point lead for Indiana. And there's a layup from TJ McConnell. So it's back up to 19. Indiana now with 27 bench points, as that ball goes sailing right out of bounds. Another unforced turnover for Miami. They now have 13 in this one. Indiana only has 10. All right, here comes TJ McConnell. Gives it to Michael Porter. Andrew Nembhard has it. That's a long 3, and he knocks it down again. And Now we have a 22-point lead for Indiana. And here comes. All right, the Pacers get the rebound. Here comes Andrew Nembhard, passes it out. And the Pacers will go to the line for the and one. Right now it is an 18-2 run for the Pacers. And the Pacers right now go up by 25 in this game. Here comes Jaquez. Jaquez missing that basket. It's rebound by Indiana. Here comes TJ McConnell. And he gets the easy layup. It is now a 27-point lead. There's a three on the way and another miss. Another rebound for Indiana. Just when you thought the Heat were making a comeback, now the Pacers are back at it again. Rebound by Tyler Hero. And that's going to be a foul on Indiana. So it'll be 2 free throws for Tyler Hero. Tyler Hero makes the first. And Tyler Hero makes both free throws. Here comes TJ McConnell. Kicks it out for the corner three. And that's Jarace Walker again. And that's going to be a foul on TJ McConnell. Jarace Walker right now, he has 9 points, shooting 60% from three-point land. And yes, TJ McConnell did break Pelle Larsson's ankles after that pass. Pelle Larsson going to the line for Miami. He makes the first. And Pelle Larsson goes 1 of 2 from the line. And here comes Jay Huff, has the ball, gives it to Jarace Walker. Easy basket for Jarace Walker. And we now have ourselves a 29-point game. Jaime Jaquez coming up, almost losing the ball, but he gets fouled. Jaime Jaquez makes the first. Hawkins makes both free throws. So it's now a 27-point lead for Indiana. And Johnny Furphy passes it out to Jarris Walker. Jay Huff loses the ball, recovered by McConnell, and that's going to be a 24-second violation on the Pacers. And there's a layup for Jaime Jaquez Jr. Hold on for a second, I'll be right back. And we are back for the fourth quarter. The fourth quarter is already on the way. The Pacers lead 100-72. We see Drew Smith for the first time. That's a corner three from Myron Gardner. And that's a miss. Here comes T.J. McConnell flying into the lane. He misses the layup. And here come the Heat. That's a long three from Tyler Hero. He misses it. Rebound by Myron Gardner. Gives it back to Tyler Hero. And Hero gets the basket. So it's now a 26-point lead for the Pacers. And here come the Pacers now. They're passing the ball around. Gives it to Pascal Siakam. Reach in foul by Drew Smith. And that's going to be a side out for the Pacers. Alright, here comes Jay Huff. Flying in. And boy, did he get a dunk like that. Looking like a creature that came from the upside down for that one. Here comes Tommy Hawkins Jr., but he gets his shot blocked. Here comes Pascal Siakam. He misses that dunk, and here come the Heat. Tommy Hawkins Jr. recovers, and he gets the uncontested layup. It's now a 26-point lead for the Pacers. Here comes T.J. McConnell. Gives it to Johnny Furphy, to Jay Huff. Back out to McConnell. And that's another turnover for Miami. Myron Gardner missing that layup. Oh my goodness. Rebound by Indiana. An uncontested three. And TJ McConnell knocks it down. It's now a 29-point lead for Indiana. And here comes Tommy Hawkins to Tyler Hero. Drew Smith for three. And Drew Smith knocks down the three-pointer. It's now a 26-point lead for Miami. Pascal Siakam gives it to Jay Huff. Huff to Reed Shepherd. That's a miss. Out of bounds, last touch by Miami. It will be Pacers ball. And Kasper Siakam is now entering the game for Miami. Tyler Hero will take a seat. Kel'el Ware right now has 2 points, 2 rebounds, shooting 50% from the field. That is unacceptable for Kel'el Ware. Right now, the Heat look like they need a jolt. And that's going to be an offensive foul on Indiana, so it'll be Heat ball. Alright, here comes. Here comes the Heat. Tommy Hawkins Jr. He misses that one. Rebound by Pascal Siakam. Passes it out to Andrew Nembhard. Gives it to Jay Huff. And Pascal Siakam misses that basket. And here come the Heat. Here comes Tommy Hawkins Jr. He gets fouled and will go to the line for 2 free throws. And then we see Simone Fontecchio getting himself ready to enter the game. Tommy Hawkins Jr. knocks down the first free throw. and that will prompt a timeout for the Heat. Indiana leads this game 105-80. All right, we're back. Score is 105-80 Indiana. And for our fourth quarter follow-up, the Heat were outscored 36-18 in the first quarter. Very low, and I mean very low 3-point percentage shooting. And right now, the Pacers have been outscoring Miami from the first quarter up to now. As Jaime Jaquez Jr. makes both free throws. So right now it is a 24-point lead for the Pacers. Here comes Andrew Nembhard. Nembhard got fouled and will go to the line for 2 free throws. That foul is on Myron Gardner. Alright, Simone Fontecchio was also in the game for Miami. And that's going to be an offensive foul on Indiana. So it'll be Heat ball. And it looks like we're going to have a challenge from Indiana. So this will prompt a timeout. The Pacers lead in this one, 105-81. And we'll be back with the results from this coach's challenge. And we are back. Score is 105 to 81 in favor of Indiana. After that last coach's challenge, the ruling on the court stands for Miami. But now the Heat turned it over with an offensive foul. Go figure. Here comes Andrew Nembhard. He pushes up to the floor, being guarded by Drew Smith. Kicks it out to Siakam. Back to Nembhard. And Nembhard gets fouled by Simone Fontecchio. Right now, Indiana is out rebounding Miami by 3. Indiana with 45, Miami with 42. Here comes Jay Huff, and he misses the dunk. Kasper Ziakounas has the ball for Miami. Here comes Drew Smith. Kicks it out to Myron Gartner. Gartner with the up and under, and he gets the layup. Right now is a 22-point lead for the Pacers. And Jay Huff gets the basket. So it's now a 24-point lead for Indiana. And here comes Simone Fontecchio. Kasper Ziakounas loses the ball, and here come the Pacers again. And Pascal Siakam gets the layup. It's now a 26-point lead for the Pacers. Pascal Siakam right now with 11 points. And stolen away again by Indiana. Andrew Nembhard missing the layup, but it's going to be a foul on the Heat. And Nembhard makes the first free throw. And Nembhard makes the second free throw. So right now it's a 28-point lead for the Pacers. There's a three on the way. Keyshawn Johnson missing that one. And here comes Pascal Siakam. Siakam loses the ball. Here comes Kasper Ziakounas. Ziakounas finding Keyshawn Johnson for the dunk. And here comes Nembhard. The Pacers passing the ball around. They give it back to Nembhard. Jay Huff. Back to Quentin Jackson for three. That's a miss. Rebound by Miami. Here comes Simone Fontecchio. That's a three on the way. And it rims out. Rebound by Indiana. Pascal Siakam missing that basket. And here come the Heat again. That's a corner three. And that's a no-go. The Heat are putting up a lot of bricks right now. Meanwhile, the Pacers are playing at their own pace. Here comes Pascal Siakam, being guarded by Simone Fontecchio. Gives it to Jay Huff. Here comes Jay Huff, and he gets the layup. And this one is now a 20-point lead, and that's going to prompt a timeout for Erik Spoelstra. This game has long gotten away from Miami. and the Heat's lack of enthusiasm and just about everything that has gone wrong with this team is starting to unravel. Indiana leads 113-85. Alright, and we are back. Someone in Fontecchio hitting that basket for Miami. Score is now 113-87. The Pacers now swinging the ball around. They give it to Johnny Furphy. Out to Reed Sheppard. Here comes Furphy. Finding Reed Sheppard. Gets blocked. That's a long three. And that's a miss. Here come the Heat. Drew Smith gets the layup, and he will go to the line 40-on-1. And that's the and-one opportunity for Miami. Here comes Indiana. They're missing the layup. And here comes the Heat again. Kasper Siaka driving into the lane. No basket. Here comes Johnny Furphy. Kicks it out. That's a miss. Rebound by Fontecchio. Gives it to Kasper Siaka. Siaka finding Drew Smith. That's a long three. That's another miss. The Heat's offense is non-existent in this game, especially from behind the arc. And that's a missed three. All right, here comes Miami again. Drew Smith now, and he gets fouled. So Drew Smith will go to the line for 2 free throws. He makes the first. And Drew Smith makes both free throws. And that's a corner three for Indiana. And Michael Porter knocks it down. Michael Porter now with 14 points, going 4 for 6 from three-point land. That's more than what Miami made as a team. Let that sink in. There's a 3 for Kasper Jakajunas, and he comes up short. Simone Fontecchio for 3, and he knocks it down. So right now it's a 29. So far, Indiana is leading 116 to 95. So it's a 21-point lead. I almost said 29, but it's a 21-point lead. Indiana will go to the line for 2 free throws. And the Pacers make both free throws. So right now it is a 23-point lead. And that was Keshad Johnson getting that basket. And there's another basket for Indiana. Yeah, this game has gotten away from Miami, unfortunately. And there's a steal for Miami. And there's a turnover for the Heat. It's safe to say that this game is over for Miami. And that foul is going to be on Simone Fontecchio, and that's going to send Indiana back to the free throw line. Indiana missing the first. And Indiana goes 1 of 2 from the line. Keshad Johnson for 3. Here comes Keshad Johnson again. And that's a nice reverse jam. But that's not going to help the Heat's cause right now. And Jarace Walker is going to walk this one out. And that's going to be a foul on Myron Gardner. That's going to send Jarace Walker to the line for 2 free throws. Jarace Walker makes the first. And Jarace Walker makes both free throws. And this game is over. Final score, 123 to 99, Indiana. This has to be one of the most embarrassing losses for Miami this season. To lose to a team that had 8 wins, now 9 wins this season, and and your offense plays like complete crap, that's unacceptable. That's horrible basketball, and that's something that cannot be tolerated. I don't know what's going on with Miami. I know they're getting their people back. I know they have to be at full strength right now with their roster and their bench. But you would have thought that the Heat would have taken care of business on the road against this Indiana team that they beaten before. Unfortunately, they can't manage to do that. And to make matters worse, Miami couldn't make a three-pointer to save their life. The Heat were 4 for 29 from downtown compared to the Pacers, who were 17 for 40. Let that sink in. The Heat were 4 for 29 from the field, from three-point land, and the Pacers went 17 for 40. And I made an example earlier during the podcast and live stream, that Micah Porter was 4 from 6 from three-point land and made more than the Heat's whole team percentage-wise. Let me say that again. Micah Porter, who came off the bench for Indiana, with 4 for 6 from three-point land and had a higher percentage than the entire Miami Heat roster in that category. I mean, what are we doing, Miami? You guys lost 2 in a row right now. Something has to give, and something has to give now. This is unacceptable. Yes, anything can happen on any given night in basketball, just as much as in sports. But this one has to be the worst. All right, for the Heat, Tyler Hero led the way with 21 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists. Jaime Jaquez Jr. came off the bench with 16 points, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists. Bam Adebayo had a near double-double of 13 points and 9 rebounds. Andrew Wiggins had 11 points and 6 rebounds. And for the Indiana Pacers, Andrew Nembhard led the way with a near double-double of 29 points and 9 assists. Pascal Siakam had 11 points and 7 rebounds. Johnny Furphy with 10 rebounds and 7 rebounds. Aaron Nesmith with a near double-double of 12 rebounds and 9 rebounds. Darius Walker also was a near double-double of 13 points, 9 rebounds. TJ McConnell with 12 points and 7 assists. And the aforementioned Micah Porter with 14 points and 4 rebounds. Terrible display of basketball from Miami. Unacceptable and just plain lousy. But it doesn't get any better for Miami because they're ending their 3-game road trip, because that Chicago game never happened. They're ending that road trip against one of the hottest teams in the NBA right now. Of course, I'm talking about the defending champion Oklahoma City Thunder. That game starts Sunday at 7 o'clock, and you can watch that on FanDuel Sports Network Sun and NBA League Pass. Again, the Heat against the Thunder. Game starts tomorrow at 7 o'clock, and you can watch that on FanDuel Sports Network Sun and NBA League Pass. I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in for the play-by-play, and man, that was a rough game. Unacceptable play from the Miami Heat. But again, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for tuning in for the play-by-play, sticking with it, even though you guys were in and out. I just want to say, love one another, take care of one another, treat each other with kindness and respect. Always be there for someone who doesn't have much. Always look out for somebody and hope that they do the same for you, because you never know when that day comes. I'm Deron Butler, reminding you to always run through the paint. Take care. Love you guys. I'll see you whenever I'm available for the next Heat stream. And as always, go Heat.